You guys, we really need to talk about Love Island's Huda because this situation with her and her boyfriend is getting wild. Lewis's ex-girlfriend, who is also his child's mother, has now filed a restraining order against Huda, and a bunch of text messages are popping up showing what Huda allegedly said to Lewis during their fights. Things didn't just get heated, they reportedly crossed into a level that people are calling straight up scary. But here's the twist. Lewis and Huda still look like they're together, and Huda is pushing back hard, saying everything being said about her is not true. So yeah, we're breaking down everything that's being said right now because this is messy and it's moving fast. Most of you probably remember Huda from Love Island, where she stayed trending because of all the drama with Jeremiah and then Chris, which already had people talking like crazy. But now, this situation has gone way past reality TV drama and into something way more serious. What started as relationship issues has now turned into legal trouble, heavy accusations, and even a temporary restraining order that's already been approved. And honestly, the more details that come out, the more intense and uncomfortable this whole thing feels. After Love Island, Huda started dating Too Hot to Handle star Lewis Russell, who already has a child from a previous relationship. At first, their relationship had people talking online, but not always in a good way. Pretty quickly, both of them started getting backlash connected to a situation involving Huda's Love Island co-star Alexandria. During a live stream, Huda and Lewis were letting people call in, and one caller said something offensive about Alexandria using a racial slur. Huda and Lewis ended the call, but then they started laughing, and that reaction had people seriously upset and calling them out fast.
Hello?
Whoa, hey.
Yo, I turned that shit off.
Hey.
Yo, what the fuck did they say? They said about
Huda actually lost brand deals because of all that backlash, and people were not letting it slide at all. Calls for accountability were everywhere, and both of them started moving a lot quieter online, popping in and out, but never really staying visible for long. At the same time, Huda began hinting at a whole new move, teasing that she was stepping into music, which had people curious but also side-eyeing the timing of it all.
It's already sounding amazing.
I agree.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even let it boil.
But honestly, it feels like Huda hasn't been showing up on social media the same way ever since that whole situation went down. Her presence slowed way down, and you could tell things hit differently after all that backlash. She already had a lot of negative attention on her before, but now fast forward to today, and this has turned into something way more serious. According to recent reports, Lewis Russell's ex, Nicole, filed for a temporary restraining order against Huda in California, and a judge actually approved it. The order reportedly says Huda has to stay at least 100 yards away from Nicole and her son until a court date in April. The second people heard restraining order, the internet went into full meltdown mode, with everyone asking the same thing. What actually happened to push things this far? Now, before getting deeper into this, it needs to be said clearly, these are allegations, and Huda is denying what's being said about her. She's claiming the story out there isn't true. But at the same time, court documents tied to the restraining order are circulating, including Nicole's own handwritten account of what she says happened. So while Huda is pushing back, Nicole is standing firm, saying she felt the situation was serious enough to take legal action. When the news first dropped, TMZ reported that Nicole Oliveira, who shares a child with Lewis, said things escalated on February 21st at around 1:30 a.m. She claims Huda showed up to her home uninvited, which instantly raised alarms. According to Nicole, Huda allegedly took an Uber to her Los Angeles apartment where she lives with her son and forced her way into the building. Nicole says this was caught on surveillance footage and insists she never gave Huda permission to enter, not verbally and not physically. Nicole also claims that before this incident, Huda had been sending a series of alarming messages for hours. These messages allegedly included threats to harm herself and statements saying she wouldn't be here tomorrow, which made the situation feel even more intense and unpredictable. After landing at LAX earlier that day, Nicole says things only got more intense. She claims Huda later confronted Louis and demanded that he swear on their son's life that he would never leave her, which made the situation feel even heavier. Nicole made it clear she never wanted her son anywhere near the spotlight, especially not tied to something this serious. She says this situation had nothing to do with her or her child, and now her only focus is protecting her son, which is exactly why she decided to take legal action. She also said she's not looking for drama, not looking for a response, and not even asking for an apology, just privacy and safety for her family. At the same time, Nicole says she still has empathy, calling the situation extremely unfortunate for everyone involved, but she keeps stressing one thing: her son's safety will always come first. She even added, "I pray for her mental health," which adds another layer to how serious this all feels. Now, in the legal documents Nicole filed to request the restraining order, she gave a very detailed account of what she says happened. According to the LA court documents, Nicole stated that on February 20th, 2026, Huda Mustafa landed at LAX and made alarming threats about jumping off buildings, even swearing on her daughter's life while saying she was going to harm herself. She described the situation as around 12 hours of terrifying and extremely unstable messages that she says included threats involving her, her daughter, and her son. Nicole claims that after all of that, Huda then took an Uber to the place where she and her son live and entered the building without permission, which she describes as breaking in. In the paperwork, when asked if she was harmed or injured, Nicole responded that she was impacted mentally and emotionally and felt fear for both her son's safety and her own. When asked if there had been previous harassment, she said yes, claiming it happened through messages on social media. As for the restraining order itself, Nicole stated that Louis had told Huda her actions were serious enough to lead to legal protection being put in place. On top of all this, the Reality Receipts podcast, hosted by Storytime with Ricky, released a series of messages allegedly exchanged between Huda and Louis. These messages are being described as extremely alarming, reportedly showing Huda sending photos of herself on a rooftop saying she was heading to Louis' baby mother's apartment and at one point accusing him of cheating, which just adds even more tension to an already intense situation. Then things get even more intense based on these alleged messages. She's reportedly seen arriving at the building, sending a photo of herself outside, and then another from inside the stairwell saying she was going to knock on every door because she didn't know which unit it was. That alone had people raising eyebrows because it shows how far things had escalated in that moment. There are also messages that allegedly show Louis not responding to Huda at all, and that's when everything seems to spiral. In the texts, she's reportedly going off, saying things like, "You're taking it too far," and "You're making me go crazy. Is this satisfying to you? I'm not leaving until I see you." It keeps building, with messages like, "You don't love me. You never did. That's why it's so easy for you to leave." She also allegedly says, "I always stayed through everything and you would blow up my phone and threaten me and hurt me and I'd still be here. This is torture you're doing to me. I never once did this to you." The tone of these messages is being described as emotional and intense, especially as they continue without any response from him. It doesn't stop there either, because one of the most alarming parts of these alleged texts includes, "You tell me you don't want me to, and this is driving me to that point. I promise you, my daughter won't be here tomorrow if I don't see you right now." Which is why so many people are calling this situation deeply concerning. Now, what exactly happened between Huda landing at LAX and sending all of these messages is still unclear. There is one moment in the messages shared by Storytime with Ricky where she sends a photo from what looks like a rooftop and says, "I'm always honest, I'm sorry. I lied about what I lied about, but I was always honest," which has people confused and trying to piece things together. It raises questions like, were they already arguing about something before all of this? Was there an issue involving trust or something she admitted to? Because based on the messages, it looks like he stopped responding, and from there, everything just escalated fast. Some people are even speculating that maybe she saw his location or believed he was at his child's mother's apartment, which then led her to think he was cheating, causing everything to spiral even more. I don't know exactly what led up to all of this, but according to what's being said, Nicole was clearly shaken by the situation and felt seriously alarmed. The idea of showing up to someone's apartment like that has people online calling it extreme and hard to understand. But here's where things get even more confusing. Despite the restraining order, it still looks like Louis and Huda are together. Right when all this news started blowing up, he went on Instagram and posted her with the caption, "My queen," which instantly had people questioning everything. At the same time, Huda is speaking out and completely denying the claims. She posted on her Instagram story, "I'm aware of what's being said and it's not true. I'm handling everything the right way by letting legal take care of it. I appreciate everyone who continues to support me, making it clear she's pushing back against the narrative." And she didn't stop there either. She's been posting herself at the gym, showing up in brand deals, and even shared a moment saying, "Me right now because I can't catch a break," which gives a glimpse into how she's reacting while all this attention is on her. At the same time, she's also using this moment to remind people about her music. She's been consistently posting clips of herself in the studio, recording and working, and it looks like she's leaning into that while everyone is watching closely. So, while all this controversy is unfolding and people are trying to figure out what's really going on, she's still pushing forward publicly, balancing the drama, the legal situation, and teasing what could be her next move in music all at once.
You ain't no good for me. I ain't no good for you. I'm not good. That was so fire. That was so cool. That was cool. That was cool. I like that.
Me, how you feel about that?
But yeah, that's everything that's been coming out about Huda this week and all the claims surrounding her right now. From what she said publicly to the fact that she and Lewis still appear to be together, even with a restraining order involved, this situation just keeps getting more complicated. And don't forget, that restraining order wasn't only about Nicole, it was also about protecting her son, which makes everything hit even harder when you really think about it. Now, I need to hear what you think about all of this because people are seriously split on this situation. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't hold back. Make sure you like and share this so more people can weigh in too.